Rain is falling here at Jerez as we get ready for the Tissot sprint to get underway here. It's round 4 of the MotoGP World Championship. Here is your starting grid. Marc Marquez on pole position for the 75th time in the Premier Class, 103rd overall. Then it's Johan Zarco, Fabio Di Giannantonio, Marco Bezzecchi, Alex Marquez, Pedro Acosta, Jorge Martin, Enea Bastianini, Raul Fernandez and Pecco Bagnaia, the top 10. Then it's Ayagura from Ferdinand Aguirre, Brad Binder, Juan Mir, Luca Marini, Augusto Fernandez, and then alongside Fabio Quartararo as well. Following then down the line with Franco Morbidelli, Top Row Raz Gatliolu, Lorenzo Salvadori, Alex Rins, Jack Miller and Diego Moreira. Hello everybody, welcome to the sprint race live here on JB Sports and simulcast later on JB Motorsports 2 and JB Motorsports. Welcome to everyone watching on Twitch as well. I'm Joshua Birch, alongside me in the commentary box is Megan Birch. And Megan, we had a rain this morning coming in as well for the overall practice 2, and it was damp in qualifying, but now the rain has returned and it's just sprinkles at the moment. But one thing we know about MotoGP, if it rains here, oh boy, it's going to be something.
I'm hoping it doesn't rain as much. We could have a few people crash. Not dangerously, obviously. But I have too busy a day.
You do, yes. That is true. There we go. I think this lead's getting damaged or something along the line.
I think it must be.
But here's your championship. Marco Bezzecchi is on 81 points. He's 4 clear to... well, actually, I think we can take that up because we've got a point screen, actually, if it wants to load in on us.
So, who has been fastest this weekend? Because obviously I have not covered things this weekend so far.
Zarco's quick in wet weather. Marc Marquez back on top. There's a numerous amounts of positions in there. The point screen isn't working for some reason, so we'll get back to that later. But along the line, I will draw it. It's Marco Bezzecchi on 81, Jorge Martin on 77, Pedro Acosta's on 60, Fabio Di Giannantonio 50, Marc Marquez 55 to add into that pot as well. Now, is anyone going to come in for a bike change? No, they are not. So they are going to go for this sprint race pretty much with what they've got. There is rain hanging in the air. Ooh. Everyone's starting on the tyres. We don't know what Augusto Fernandez is on. We'll have a look because he's not actually registered on the monitor.
Look at that cloud.
The black cloud looming over the circuit. The temperature's cooling. There's a dark cloud. There's a green flag at the back. MotoGP has been away due to the war in the Middle East. There was no Qatar Grand Prix, but revs are up, ready for a start. Lights on! And the Spanish sprint race is underway. Good start from Marc Marquez. Zarco's going to cut across him down towards the first corner. There's a little bit of drama into the braking zone. Is anyone going to get through okay? It looks like they are, wow. Yes. 12 to go. Marquez leads. Then it's Zarco. Alex Marquez P3. And as predicted, the timing screens go down at the worst moment because I've been having problems all weekend right at the start of the race. But it's a good start, Megan, from everybody as they make it through. No sign of the rain so far.
Yes. It seems to be clear of rain so far. That was one of the Yamahas going a little bit too wide. Costa had a really good start as well. And who is that one there?
Can't see at the moment. We'll double check in a moment. Let's hope we get our timing screens back
that
in a second. Well, that's the track house. So that's another good stuff from track house.
One of the track houses keeps going wide further back. Oh, and that's another wide going there for, I think that was Top Rack. And did someone just take the wide strip off?
Is it back? It came back and then it disappeared again. The timing screens are having a bit of a panic. But in the meantime, Marc Marquez leading, Zarco second, Alex Marquez in third position. Then it's Martin Dici and Acosta still closing in as they come through. And this is the part of the track where it was lightning raining earlier on.
Martin has gone up into third position, passing Alex Marquez, and a little bit of movement further down at the back. I think that was between Bezzecchi, Quartararo and Toprak.
Here's our timing screens, back operational again.
Oh, down, Martin!
Martin! Hi, Martin on the inside line. His front's just dipped away from it. Did he take anybody with him in the exit? No. Well, that must be at top of turn 1 then. We haven't seen that just yet. Timing screens are ahead, but well, on the inside, here comes Alex Marquez. Martin's on the outside.
Did he get taken down?
He just runs wide. No, he's just run wide. He's outbraked himself. So he hasn't gone down, but he's outbraked himself, Megs.
And now he's caught the wet hit that slightly on the runoff. So that's why his tyres are going so slowly and why he's been pushed all the way to the back. He hasn't had any speed.
Still good at the start so far then as we try and make our way out. Here's a replay, Megs.
Oh, that's big movement coming there. And he just gets right round the inside. And even before Alex was going round the inside, he had caught something wet and just started to go wide. And there was a lot of movement there between the back of the field. And Alex Marquez moves past Zarco now for second position.
Well, what's happening further back as well? Because Top Rack's dropped back, Morbidelli's dropped back as well.
Yeah, they seem to be pack racing and just all seem to be losing massive amounts of pace. And here we can see now going around the inside, Alex Marquez around the inside of Zarco.
Very nicely done as well. Good moves.
Right now, the gap between Martin and Bezzecchi is only 4 points, and that's because neither of them are currently in the point-playing position. Acosta is moving up in the points slightly more towards them with 16 points to Bezzecchi because he's actually got some form of...
Sorry, just going to question. Martin's coming in the pit lane. Martin is coming into the pit lane this time by, just been told by race control. Top Rack's dropping back down the order as well, so we'll keep an eye if that's going to happen. So what has gone wrong with the front brake disc of Jorge Martin? It's oil flag, it's raining. White flag with the red X at the top, so it's raining down at turn 3.
That's what's caught Top Rack out.
Yeah, but what's happened to Zarco? Yeah, there's Martin confirmed to come into the pit lane. I wonder if he'll swap bikes. He might have been... there's no white flag, so Martin can't swap bikes yet. It hasn't been declared a flag to flag, so he cannot come in just yet. As Bag 9 moves up into 13th place, as Quadraro Miller moves up into 19th place. Marc Marquez still the leader of the race so far. Terrible start, though, as you said, actually, Sean, to... Marco Bezzecchi as white flag now. Martin can get back on these wet bikes.
He's in there.
Yeah, the white flag has now been displayed. The riders can now swap bikes, so this sprint race will be a flag to flag, and this is brilliant news for Martin because he can get back in the race.
A lot of fight going on right now between D'Antonio and Zarco. Zarco seems to be losing a bit of the pace. I think he's preparing to come into the pit lane.
There we go on the inside line. Digi slips back through down in turn 10. It's a sweet move, but Zarco comes right back underneath him.
He wanted to push him off.
Well, wonderful manoeuvre to come back. Right now, is anybody going to come in as Digi swaps back on the inside line at turn 12? Zarco does the cutback into turn 13. Now, are we going to see anybody come in for a white flag stop?
KTM will. Not Acosta, because he's too busy being passed right now by Ralph Fernandez.
Yeah, good move on the inside line, actually, as well as...
Binder's also been passed by Aldeguer, and Moreira's just passed Bagnaia.
We go then, 9 to go in this sprint as they come through. Marc Marquez leading by 0.4 of a second. Then it's Alex in P2, Zarco's third, D'Antonio fourth, Raul in fifth. But the wet weather is starting to affect, and they're all on slicks, remember. And at Jerez, the type of circuit, if it does get damp, you'll go down if you're on dry tyres. So changing here is going to be critical.
Martin is changing bikes. He's been in the pit lane too long, and that's movement.
Digi on the inside line, taking fourth position away from a very confused Johan Zarco.
And that's Mir passing Ayagura.
Zarco's got a great run now out of turn 5, down towards dry sack at turn number 6. Digi going for it as well. Binder's past Aldeguer.
Oh, Bagnaia is losing time. He's just been passed by Bezzecchi.
He's down into 16th place as well. Terrible getaway. Where is he? That's terrible from Pecco Bagnaia.
If this was a normal race, he'd be out of points.
Bezzecco's down 11 places. Diego Moreira's up 9. Well done to him. But Bagnaia down a further 6 places from where he started. And Martin, despite the fact having the bike change, he has now retired from the race as Zarco gets forced out wide. And through goes Raul Fernandez. Through goes Pedro Acosta with the new striking livery as well for the Trackhouse team.
Yes.
First race back.
It's hard to remember. I can't even remember Trackhouse's new livery.
Right.
Speaking of, here is Zarco about to... Okay, there was an attempt to be passed right there by Acosta, trying to retake position, but Zarco just maintains it. And
this is really raining now up into turn 1, but they're all on slick tires. Look how wet it is, Megan. My goodness me, they're going to have to come into this for a wet tyre soon.
They will, and Acosta retakes 5th position from Zarco. Can he hold on to that? That's the question. But, yeah, they need to come in.
Yeah, there's now a visible wet line approaching on the circuit, so...
I can see the rain.
It's coming down in the bucket, though. They're going to have to come in. It may be a sprint race, but we're going to be halfway. You can't just then hope and pray that for the next 7 laps you're going to be okay. You're going to have to come into the pit lane, and you're going to have to make changes. Look, there's a bigger black cloud coming in behind him as well. And the problem is, as look, Marc Marquez nearly goes down. Alex is right up, and here comes Zarco, who is great in these conditions. Remember qualifying earlier on, second on the grid? And remember the French Grand Prix last year.
He was slipped.
Yeah, and Costa's dropped behind as well because Ralph Fernandez up into 4th place. Impressive. And Alex wins back down now into 21st position. But there's still no sign of any riders coming into the pit lane just yet. But here comes Zarco under attack by Acosta. Acosta slips through. And Zarco's trying to get back at the exit. And Zarco leaving 11th. He has got superior grip as now Bastianini goes through.
And then Binder's right behind.
That was brilliant. Look at that. The 3 KTMs now stuck together as well.
Oh, yeah. Vinales had surgery.
Yes, as... Oh, hang on.
They haven't replaced
him.
him.
Hang on. Acosta down to 7th as we know. No, they haven't replaced Maverick Vinales as he's got that surgery after the Code of Grace. Yeah, I thought that too. Danny Pedrosa didn't want to race.
There.
Alex Marquez is right on the back of Marc. Marc is not good in these conditions. Alex is. Alex might... Well, remember Sepang a couple of years ago in very similar conditions in the sprint. He won it then. Remember Silverstone? He won it in similar conditions. This is conditions that favour Alex more than Marc. And Alex is going for it.
Yeah, he seems to be building up quite a lot of momentum going down the straight. And you can see the struggling that Marc is having when he comes up from one of the corners. Look here.
Yeah.
As he keeps veering towards the curbs more than Alex is.
Alex is going to have to be super late on the brakes, down into dry sack. Ironically enough, it's not dry. This is the Pedrosa dry sack hairpin. Named after Danny Pedrosa, and also dry sack, which is the vineyard just a couple of miles away.
Acosta makes his move right back round at Bastianini for 6th position. Zarco is still up there. Moreira's just been passed by Bezzecchi, and I think that was Morbidelli passing Salvadori!
Salvadori has come back in, and here comes Alex. Alex trying on the inside line, turn 11. There's a brief bit of sunshine, I want to say, but there's nothing much going on. Martin retired. He's got a brake disc issue at the front, so the bike just completely was not operational at all coming into it. Who are you pointing to? Salvadori.
Do you know
He's on the Aprilia.
Do you know what's surprising about the people? There's 2 people I thought would have replaced Vinales, and that's either Aleix or Nakagami.
It's really weird. If this race had happened about 20-30 minutes later, it would have been too wet. But right now, it's sort of just hanging over.
Bounds.
Yeah, it's hanging over that unusual situation where we know we've got a pit for a wet bike, but if you put the wet, but if you put the wet tyres on, the wet tyres are just going to get chewed up. It's not wet enough. This is an intermediate track, so you've got to really risk it on slicks.
It won't be wet enough until the end of the race in 6 laps time.
And there's no point for that. But can you just last 6 more laps, and you've got to hope that the rain doesn't come down further, and then maybe you might have an opportunity to keep it through. But Marc Marquez, he's leading, and look, he's catching the pair of them. Fabio Di Giannantonio. Di Giannantonio has really closed up brilliantly. I'm surprised, actually, as we're past half distance now in this sprint race, that they haven't decided, you know what, I think we should throw the red and make them change. Saying that, I swear I saw a red flag hanging out down there turn 6.
They might have started to move about position to see if they should do that.
Just look at the big rain cloud that's right above the second. If that opens, then all these riders are just going to go down.
A move being made, or attempted move being made by Bastianini onto Zarco, and then Iagura has just been passed by Bezzecchi for 12th. Well, he's just passed Bezzecchi.
Outside! Stunning move from Alex Marquez, who slips round the outside at Aspire at turn 8, and at the inside at turn 9 and 10. Alex Marquez takes the lead of the sprint race here in Jerez.
Hold it. Hold it, Alex.
Oh, look, Bezzecchi's been told, look, you've got wet tyres ready.
Held.
Now, Bezzecchi's in 13th. He's outside of the points-paying positions. He's our championship leader. Do you reckon that they should then risk it? Because they're going to be quicker.
I think they should, because they've got nothing to lose right now.
Well, Bezzecchi doesn't. His 4-point gap in the championship to Martin will stay the same because Martin's now out of the race.
Exactly. And it's big enough.
Why did Martin go back out on the wet bike?
I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
get that.
it wasn't a bike problem, it was a him problem.
Possibly. We'll have to send Simon Patterson down to have a word. But I tell you one thing, Mark is going to start slipping back, and Alex isn't exactly jumping away at the distance, is he?
No, he isn't. He's trying to maintain speed so that he doesn't do a binder and bin it.
I tell you what about Ralph Fernandez? Could he come up and take a podium for the Trackhouse squad?
He could.
Mark's been told on the board now, bike's ready for rain tires, and it's raining really hard now down at turn 5.
He could, but only if Mark bins it, because D'Antonio seems to be maintaining position quite well in these conditions.
Morbidelli gets ahead of Salvadori now as they come down, so that's Morbidelli up to 80.
Yellow sector 2.
Yellow sector 2, that's down at turn 5.
That is bsky. No, it's Iger.
Well, hang on.
Wait, who is this?
Riders 7 and 32. So that's top right Razgat Liolu.
And 32.
And Zarco's dropping back a couple of... Oh, there we go. So top right, this will be a red flag. So top rack's okay. He's gone down. It's Salvadori, Megan.
No.
Yeah, it's Salvadori who's gone out wide. Salvadori's attacking the inside of Franco Morbidelli. Top rack comes in behind. Top rack just takes out Salvadori.
Oh, that is painful for both of them.
It's at the inside of turn 5. Now, what happened to Zarco? Because Zarco's dropped back several places as well. Out goes Marc Marquez! Marc Marquez has gone down!
I kind of cursed him there.
And the rain is getting so much heavier. Marc Marquez has crashed in the last corner.
Bike change.
Marc Marquez drops in and he's out of the Tissot sprint race. The rain is getting heavier. Marc is out.
Rins entered pits. Ralph Fernandez entered pits. Morbidelli entered pits. And also, I kind of cursed him.
Yeah, well, Mark's picked up the bike and got going again, but he's going to come straight back into the pit lane. You're allowed to do that. Well, this is perfect because he's just damaged the bike, and now he'll take over. But where? I think. Yeah, well, this is getting a bit mental now. This really is. There is a lot now coming through with water with 4 to go. They might stop this one early.
Wait. Even though he crashed out, can Salvadori still rejoin?
No, unless he goes by. But no, he can't because unless the bike's still running.
To be fairness, I think he needs to be taken to the medical centre.
But Binder, Morbidelli, Mark, Rin, so many others coming through. But this is a God save for Marc Marquez, who crashed and is able now to retake the bike. If Mark comes back and wins this, that'd be impressive. But Bagnaia is just ahead of him.
Aldeguer's just moved up in the championship, and so is Top Rack.
Someone else is down. Someone else is down on the circuit. Don't know where yet though. We've got 7. Well, look at Alex Marquez. He's crawling round.
Might be...
Alex is crawling round. They're all crawling now.
Alex!
Yeah, Alex has gone down. Well, they're going to have to red flag this. This is out there, and that's another crash.
His bike's still on.
Is that Miller? Is that Jack Miller? Yes, it is. Miller's crashed out now. And out goes Alex Marquez, she said, Megan. Well, this is ludicrous. This should be a red flag now.
Read it.
They've got to throw it because, look, he's crawling around on slick tyres, hard the field are, and out goes Alex Marquez, just drops the front. So
is his bike still on? Is his bike still on?
D'Antonio leads the race as Miller crashes out as well.
Only just get the notification for him.
Yeah.
He's rejoined the race.
Zarco's dropped back.
Acosta!
Zarco dropped back.
Please tell me Acosta and Mia have only just gone into the pit lane.
Well, I think they could be. Yeah, pit lane coming through. Fernandez, Baschini, Martin, Quadraro, and Mia all coming in. Acosta has crashed out of the race. Acosta has crashed as it's really heavy now, rain down into the last corner as they come through. Well, this sprint race has turned into the Oceania race.
Is that Morbidelli?
Yeah, no, that's Digi. Digi's coming in. Who's crawling round to take the lead of the race? So who's that crawling round?
Aldeguer's still out.
Well, Aldeguer, Fermin Aldeguer's going to risk it now. Well, he's on medium front, soft rear, so he's going to risk it for 3 more laps, but he'll be so much slower compared to the rest of the field. Now, you've got to watch for Bagnaia and Marquez, who are about to jump up. Brad Binder's going to risk... No, Brendan's on wets.
Binder is provisional right now.
Binder is provisionally... Well, just like in Austria a couple of years ago.
Bagnaia second and Mark is provisional third.
Mark will be provisional third because Aldeguer can't last much longer on these conditions. And you've got to ask yourselves, there's a yellow sector 1.
Is it him?
Yeah, so who's gone down now? Well, that must be...
Iger, I think.
Well, no, there, it's Binder. Is that Binder on the wets? Is that
no.
Well, hang on, who is that? It's one of the KTMs, and it is Brad Binder.
No.
Yeah, Binder's rejoined the race. So Binder was on wets.
Another yellow.
Yeah, that's in sector 1 as well. Yeah, Binder was on wets. I saw Binder on wet weather tyres. And that's Mazaki. That's a championship leader down.
Yeah, he's stuck underneath the bike.
But they're going off on wet weather tyres.
He was stuck underneath the bike.
He was stuck under the bike, yeah. So, yeah,
Painful.
well, they're stopping this. They're going to have to red flag this because this is on to now.
I think someone else is down as well.
That's Bagnaia having a moment. Marc Marquez trying to come in. They're going to have to red flag this because, look, this is Aldeguer. He's still on the lap. He's only just got to turn 5. Bagnaia goes through. So does Marc Marquez. It's really raining heavy now down at turn 8 Aspar. There's still the set out 3 to go. Surely they've got to stop this one.
It's too heavy. What did I say?
And
End
look,
of the race.
Well, Marquez is going to crash it and win it. He goes from the inside line. He doesn't know Bagnaia. Bagnaia nearly goes down, but Marc Marquez retakes the lead of the sprint race despite crashing. The luckiest man on the planet.
Aldeguer's down. Or in the pit lane. He's down.
He's down. Aldeguer's finally gone down.
Mark's in the lead.
Well, yeah, Mark leading, but they're crashing in even on wet compound of tyres now. It's getting very treacherous out here. Mia's down as well now. He was definitely on wets. He's changed. Miller's been given a long lap penalty. I'm not sure why. It's a double long lap penalty. So he's going to serve that this time by.
Aldeguer is continuing to go down the list.
Yeah, so Aldeguer's gone down. 2 to go. And the Spanish fans are loving this one. Stewards have said speeding in the pit lane, and that's the double long lap penalty for Jack Miller. As Rins drops down, and Mark nearly drops it coming out of turn 1. It's getting really treacherous here, Megan.
Aldeguer isn't down, he's just slow. He's into the pits. Aldeguer's still...
He was still... Well, Aldeguer's come back in
He must have gone wide and then decided, you know what, I'm pit laning it.
Well, in all this craziness as well, this is absolutely ludicrous. This should have been a red flag to give everybody the mandatory tyres. There's Aldeguer.
Yeah, he went wide. You can see on the tyre.
Yeah, he's gone down and then rejoined, but he now changes over. Well, there's the double long lap penalty for Miller finally coming through. Miller's gone down and rejoined the race.
Have we stabilised it now?
Aldeguer's rejoined the race as well. This is ludicrous stuff.
17 left.
Well, who's out of the race?
Only, I think, 3 of which have not crashed.
Yeah, so Mia's out, Bezecchi's out, Alex Marquez out, Salvadori out, Pascaliolo's out, and Martin's out.
All bar 2 Aprilia are out.
For a sprint, look how hard it's now raining. Marc Marquez is literally creating plumes of smoke behind him with the water vapour. This is unbelievable action.
Ducati top 4. Here's a replay right now of the overtake that Mark did on Pecco Bagnaia.
It was a good move, but Bagnaia's going to be angry about that post-race.
Yeah, he will be, because he was literally in the lead.
I'm having to click off notifications. It's been that type of day. They've just sort of frozen the timings. Feel sorry for both the Aprilias. They're out of it. Ducati going to rock it up. Mark's going to be now 3 points behind Pedro Acosta. Look how hard it's raining in the last corner. This will be the last lap, but in my opinion, this race should have been stopped a long time ago. It is way too sketchy out here. Not everybody was on the right tyre. Even on wets, they're going down. But this is the last lap of the Tissot sprint.
Do you know who surprisingly didn't crash? Bagnaia.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that because, and to be fair, Pecco should have, I think, done a little bit more defence to Mark.
Yeah, I think he didn't want to risk it. Where it's like, do you know what? I'm in second. This is the best I've been in weeks.
Yeah, he'll take it. He will take it. Marc Marquez, though, is going to win again a sprint race. It'll be his, I want to say, 3rd sprint race win of the year?
I think so, yeah. There's only been 3.
Martin
second, maybe.
Won. He's second. He won Thailand. Did he win Kota? Did he win in Kota sprint? I think he did. No, that was
Acosta
Martin.
did. Acosta won.
Yeah.
This is second.
Yeah, so this will be Mark's first. So this will be Mark's first win of the year. Look at the on the braking line down into dry sack. The river's coming across the circuit. I cannot visually describe to you exactly what this circuit's like, but if this was a practice session, it would be red flags. I don't know why they're still going. The rain just opened up. There was rivers forming around the circuit.
I think it's because it's so close to the end.
And we've got rain tomorrow as well, by the way. So that Grand Prix is going to be fun.
Absolutely lovely.
Yeah. Mark crashed and will still come in. Just an update for you as well. The NASCAR Busch Light qualifying session for the Cup Series has been cancelled. Guess what? Due to weather. We'll keep you updated about the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race as and when we have the information. But right now, Marc Marquez, despite crashing, was able to get lucky because he crashed at turn 13, came straight into the pit lane, changed bikes when the white flags allowed it, and Marc Marquez crashes and wins. Marc Marquez, in front of the adoring Spanish fans, wins a rain-soaked sprint. Bagnaia in second for Ducati's first 1-2 of the season. Morbidelli will complete a Ducati 1-2-3 across the GP25 bikes. Binde is fourth, Digi is fifth, and as Maria Pombo, the content creator here in Spain, very popular, proves that maybe a hot white cream t-shirt is not the best, as it is now completely see-through.
Yeah, I hope she has a jacket.
Yeah.
With a hood.
I would not be surprised if many of the riders crash if they look back at the footage of that, because that was a completely see-through top and no bra.
Oh.
So, yeah, not the best. I'm glad they didn't see too much, but somebody please offer her a coat. That is not what she wants to be known for.
Especially with a hood.
Yes. Right. That was unbelievable. Even Tig says that race should have been stopped. Furious at what MotoGP and Dorna are doing. Should have been stopped. This is Alex. Down at turn 13. No, this is him taking it normally. This was Mark dropping in, and Mark comes back across the circuit straight into the pit lane.
Wait a minute, Mark's bike was stopped.
He did not lose engine, because that's why he was able to get back in.
Okay, good.
Because look, he picks it up, bike's still going.
Yeah, okay, good.
Waits until everybody goes back past him and then cuts across the circuit. So Mark did the right thing.
Yeah.
You're allowed to do that.
He had such perfect timing because he crashed right outside pit lane.
And he won it. First off the grid, first lap 6, second lap 17, 17th lap 8, 4th lap 9, finished first. And that was the move on the inside as he goes through on the inside of Bagnaia.
That man is confusing.
Stunning. Just absolutely stunning. What a race.
Did he make some sort of deal?
I think he did, yeah. Marc Marquez, in a crazy sprint, wins. And that's just part 1. Part 2 will be tomorrow.
How did he do that? Also, I'm pretty sure that either that Mark and Alex must have a cousin or a secret third brother, because someone in there looks incredibly like a mix of Mark and Alex. So I'm guessing it might be their cousin.
I'm just trying to have a look, Megan, on the monitor. Do we have... okay, well, Megan, take us through the results.
Right. Results of that flood was first, Marc Marquez. Don't know how he managed that. Second was Bagnaia. Good for him for the first time in a long time. Morbidelli was third. Sorry, but Morbidelli. Third. Oh, my God. Binder was 4th, 5th was D'Antonio, Ralph Fernandez was 6th, 7th was Quattararo, Zarco was 8th, 9th Marini, Rins was 10th, 11th was Bastianini, Acosta 12th, Augusto Fernandez was 13th, 14th was Moreira, Ayagura 15th, 16th Jack Miller, Aldeguer 17th, and then out, Mia Bezecchi, Alex Marquez, Salvadori, Toprak, and Martin.
And in terms of the championship points, as you look at it, Marco Bezecchi has 81, still with Jorge Martin on 77, Acosta on 60, Marc Marquez now jumps to 57, Digi 55, Ralph Fernandez 44, Ayagura 37, Pecco Bagnaia 34, Alex Marquez 28, and Luca Marini rounds out the top 10 on 24. From Binder 23, Bastianini 22, Morbidelli 21, Zarco 15, Aldeguer 13, Quattararo 9, the same as Diego Moreira, 3 for Rins, and Mia 1 for Top Rat Razgatliolu. Well, Megan, we'll come on to the box.
That sprint race was so hectic, I didn't even realise Augusto was in it.
What did you make of that? That was something else, I say.
It was a flood.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And I don't know how they got through that without using little boats.
Well, thanks, Megs. We'll be back tomorrow for all the action from the Moto3, Moto2 and MotoGP Grand Prix, plus the warm-up. Just looking at Marco Bezecchi and his start.
Oh, my God!
He did the same as Mark from last year in Australia.
I know why he got such a bad start, and it's own fault.
It's the aero strip.
Yeah,
he fell behind.
the visor strip.
Of. Exactly the same as what happened to Marc Marquez last year in Phillip Island. The visor strip caused him to do an 11. So,
well.
You and your visor strip, Megan. Yeah. So that's why Bezecchi had such a terrible start.
I said at the start, was that a visor strip?
To be fair, you did actually say that. And to be fair, it was exactly like Mark a couple of years ago in Phillip Island. Do you remember?
Yeah.
You take it off and the wind blows it behind you, it lands onto the tyre and push, off you go.
You see, I'm not crazy. They do cause problems.
You are not crazy. No, you are spot on with that. So well done, Megs. Look at that. Most MotoGP sprint wins. Marc Marquez, Jorge Martin, both now on 17. Bagnaia on 13. Alex Marquez on 5. But Marc Marquez now numero uno here in Spain, and he deserves every bit of it, doesn't he?
Yeah, after that, I think give him a race win tomorrow as well.
Thanks, Megs. Thanks to everybody watching. We'll be live back here on JB Sports tomorrow for the Grand Prix, for all of the action for the Spanish round. What a fantastic run. It is Marc Marquez victorious. What on earth did we just see? Bye-bye.